Well, good morning everyone, and you're very welcome on this Easter Sunday morning to our Church at Home service. And if this is the first time that you're joining with us, you're particularly welcome. Well, I hope that you and your families have been able to continue to adjust over the last week to the circumstances that we are living in. I know it's been very hard for many. For some, it's been harder than others, but we hope that through worshipping together this morning, that it will bring some peace and some comfort into your lives, into your hearts, despite the circumstances that we are facing. I've been so encouraged to hear how some of you who are living in nursing homes or have been housebound for a while now, that you've been able to tune in to these services, and some of you have not been able to be physically present at a church service in Dunmurry Presbyterian for quite a while. So it's just lovely that you're able to join with us in worship today, that we can worship together virtually, if not physically together in the same space. So you're very welcome too. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been helping older family members to get internet set up and showing them how to access these services online. It's very much appreciated, and I'm sure that it helps with a sense of belonging as well, that we still belong together, we're still a church together, even though we are not physically together in the same place. So thank you so much. I do also realise that there are some people who, for whatever reason, just cannot access the internet, that's just not going to be possible. So we've been trying to think of alternative ways of worship. And my dad is actually in the process of trying to put together a CD of worship songs for people who have CD players and who cannot access the internet. Now, it'll probably be another couple of weeks before Dad gets all that put together, but I just wanted to let you know about it now, to give you a heads up, because you may know someone who you think would appreciate a CD, someone who has a CD player. So you can let us know, send us through people's names, people who you think would appreciate it. Well, I would also like to give a very warm welcome to anyone who is joining with us and you're not part of the church congregation here at Dunmurry Presbyterian. There have been lots of people all over the world from different countries have been tuning into the services. So I just want to say that you're very welcome too, and we hope that you know God's peace and love and a sense of community as you worship with us as well. Well, our food bank this week has continued to go very well. We have been very blessed by the volunteers who have been helping out the Easter Bunny this week. We heard that the Easter Bunny is classed as an essential worker, which is wonderful news. And so our volunteers have been helping with some Easter Bunny deliveries. We've delivered eggs to lots of children in the local community, so a big thank you to the volunteers for that. We have also received lots of donations this week from individuals who have given money towards the food bank, and I'm not going to name you all because I don't want to embarrass you, but you know who you are, so look, a really, really big thank you. It's going to be such a wonderful help. We've also had donations, significant donations from different groups. We have received money from the Coffee Dock. We have received money from the Ladies Who Knit group in our church, and also from the Boys Brigade. And we really do appreciate this money. It's going to be used to help people who are going through hardships, to buy food, and to help people out in other ways. So thank you so much. We do appreciate all that you have given. There is a donations basket outside the manse every day of the week, and also the food bank is open on Tuesdays from 10 until 12 if you wish to make a donation. Any applications for food parcels should be directed towards myself, and you can contact me through the website. And you can find all of the links for today's service on our website at www.dunmurrypresbyterian.org, and you can find links there for YouTube. You'll find links for Vimeo, where you can hear the thought for the day, the talk, and you can also get prayers online and the Bible reading. So please do check out the website and see what there is for today. So hopefully you are getting the hang of Church at Home services by now, and as I did on the previous weeks, I'd like to just encourage you to create a worshipful space in your own home. I cannot emphasize how important this is. It will really make a big difference for you when you come to listen to God's word and to worship. If you can make a quiet space, that's brilliant, or make it at least as quiet as possible, and just cut out any distractions, turn off the TV, turn down any music. You may want to do something like place a Bible on the table, or have a little candle sitting out, whatever makes the space feel a little bit more like a worship space for you at home. So feel free to hit pause and to do that now. Usually somewhere near the start of our service, we would pause for a few moments to welcome one another to church, to share God's blessing with each other. So I'd like to invite you to do that now. If you're in the house with someone else, please take a few moments just to share God's blessing with them. And if you are worshipping at home by yourself, then make a point of calling someone or texting someone later just to share some of God's blessing and love with them over the phone. Well, today is traditionally a day of great celebration in the church. And here in Dunmurry, normally what we would be doing on Easter Sunday morning is we would be getting up very early for a dawn service, and that would be held in the Green in Dunmurry, and we would meet with members of other churches from Dunmurry churches together, and we would meet for praise and prayer and a time of reflection together, and then a big slap-up breakfast at one of the churches. So we've missed out this year on that, but I do want to pass on our love and our prayers to all of the different worshipping communities and churches within the Dunmurry area. You're in our thoughts and prayers this morning. And congregations throughout the world on Easter Sunday morning would usually begin the service with the minister saying, "Christ has risen," and then the congregation would say, "He is risen indeed." So I'd like to invite you to do that with me this morning. You'll see the words come up on the screen. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. The author of Hebrews, he reminds us in chapter 2 of how Jesus has shown solidarity with us. Jesus is familiar with our suffering. It says this in verse 10, "For it was fitting that he, for whom and by whom all things exist, in bringing many sons to glory, should make the founder of their salvation perfect through suffering." Therefore, in verse 17 it says, "He had to be made like his brothers in every respect, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make propitiation for the sins of the people." And so, although today is a day of celebration, we know that we are celebrating, we are praising God for his love, we are praising a God who understands suffering. He's not removed from our suffering, but he understands our suffering. He has confronted the darkness and he has overcome with his light. So may this give you comfort and hope as you worship with us today.